We're back, another Mad Hatter Shows podcast. I'm Neil Snyder.
And hi, I'm Kimmy Walsh.
We're introducing she goes by Kimmy now. The graphic's going to say Kimberly. I've already screwed that up. We're super tight. That's how it's going. This is another Mad Hatter Shows podcast. We've got a great show planned for right now. This is usually the part of the show where I explain to people what they're watching. A lot of times people have been watching on Facebook and they got a notification and it said somebody's going live or this, you should check out this venue page. So we are a live event organization. We do mainly stand-up comedy, sometimes music. We've done pro wrestling before. We do events all over the country, and this is our infomercials showing our shit here. That's
basically we're just a big party for your brain.
I guess that's good. I should have consulted you before that. It would have sounded better than what I just said, but yeah.
In all those varieties of ways, party for the brain.
Awesome. Kimmy is from not here. She's been out in the world and is stuck back in Indiana and has done some of our shows. What are your impressions of Mad Hatter shows so far?
They're totally a blast. It's a great time. Everyone there is rolling, laughing. I invited friends to one and they had a great time. They were like, we're going to be gypsies. We're going to follow this. This is our thing.
Awesome. We brought you to the Irving Theater and someone thinks I look like Cheech, so that's a strange thing. We had you at the Irving Theater when we had Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols, right?
Yes.
And then you were with Kevin Farley as well?
Yes.
Awesome. So we'll cover some of that here in a little bit, but we've got an early caller in. He seems like he's ready for business, so let's go ahead and bring him in here. The internet sensation, Andrew Conn. How you doing, Andrew?
What's going on? How you doing, brother?
Doing well. I haven't seen you since Oklahoma.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you've heard, but whenever I was in Oklahoma, I caught that vid down there. Passed it around to Catfish and his wife. That was a good time. About died, but it was all right. We're all good now.
Yeah. That's that's another thing we should say is when no one died. That's another way to plug our brand here. But we got Kimmy Walsh
Nobody
here.
died. Nobody died.
Hey, Andrew.
But yeah, I had a good time. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
So we had a show scheduled that got delayed, and that show's happening this weekend, Saturday night in Plainfield. It is now the headliner, Andrew Conn.
Yeah. It's going to be a wild show. I mean, nowadays on social media, you get a little bit censored. You got to watch what you say here, watch what you say there. Cancel culture's after you, blah blah. But when you're on stage, ain't a damn soul, ain't nobody can censor you, ain't nobody can stop you from saying what you want to say. That's the best thing I like about stand-up.
Awesome. Plainfield, Indiana is also not used to censoring anybody. You're going to have a lot of blue-collar folks there excited to hear what you have to say.
Oh, yeah. You can expect a wild-ass show. I guarantee you that. This is going to be my first show in, I think, 4 years without Catfish. So it's going to be different. It's going to be to which, me and Catfish, we always split the time. So now that he's not in the picture or whatever, I get to go a little bit longer. So that means a lot more material is going to be headed out. A lot of new stuff's going to be coming out this weekend that no one's never heard. And I'm excited about that.
Look at this graphic we just had up on the screen here. This is 3 folks that Mad Hatter Shows has put on stage. You guys came up together, and now you're headlining separately. So how about that?
Yeah. It's weird to see Ginger doing his own thing. Now Catfish is, he wants to be a rapper, and me doing my own thing. And, I love both those boys. I couldn't, like me and Catfish, after Ginger quit, me and Catfish, we always stuck together, and we did probably, before COVID hit, we probably did 230 shows in 2019. And when you do that many shows with somebody, you're with them more than your own family, you know. So it's gonna be weird without him. But
So
I still love him.
Do you find comfort in a hotel room when you do that many shows? Do you find like a sense of home when you're in a hotel?
Oh fuck no. Fuck no. I think bed bugs is everywhere. I've got them bugs everywhere. I'm scared to death of them damn comforters at hotels. I am scared to death on them. I'm scared to death somebody's been killed there. It's untelling. Catfish always told me I was freaking out for nothing, but I said, them goddamn bed bugs somewhere around here. You just don't see them.
So for those people that have not, like, they don't know who you are, they're wandering right now. They're on the Mad Hatter Shows page. Who is Andrew Conn? How did Andrew Conn become part of the internet and part of the comedy scene?
Well, I could say I'm just a good old country redneck hillbilly boy from Kentucky. But it's weird, man. Like my mom and like all my buddies my whole life, they're like, dude, you need to be up there on stage. You need to be a comedian. I'm like, no. Because I was so worried about sports, you know, then. I was so worried about basketball then. I was like, no, I ain't no damn comedian. I don't even like talking in front of people.
What position did you play?
I was a point guard, and then
fancy.
Once I got up to 6'3", I started playing shooting guard. Yeah, I was one of the only high school players in the state of Kentucky that got offered to go to the Michael Jordan 5-star basketball camp.
Wow.
Yeah. I was planning on doing big things with basketball, man, and it just, you know, it didn't work out. I had me a little girl with somebody, and I decided to be a daddy instead of a basketball player. But I'm glad now it all happened how it did. You know, I'm glad I get to make people laugh. But what got me started, man, is like after my mom passed, I was like, you know what? Hell with it. So I put out my very first video, and it was Eastern Kentucky Strip Club. And when I tell you that thing went viral, that thing fired through the internet. Like, I put it out, you know, just like for my friends and my family and stuff. And I woke up the next day, and I think it had like 5 million views at that point over 24 hours. And I was like, whoa. And I haven't stopped since.
Yeah, it's wild. I've told Dustin Sims and Ginger Billy the same thing. It's one of those things where sometimes people won't even know your name, but they know your face. They know your looks. They know your voice. Because somebody somewhere has pressed the share button.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, it's the voice. Everybody, it seems like everybody, like I can be in a gas station. I can be in the middle of a mall. If I start talking the way that, like, you know, just out loud, someone would be like, I heard your voice and I knew it was you before I even knew it was, before I even saw you, I heard your voice. Because it's hard to hide a country accent, especially when it's as thick as mine.
So you caught the coronavirus, which makes me surprised because I thought you had a special concoction you made to ward that off. That's my daughter's favorite video of yours. Tell us about your
that corona no juice.
Exactly.
I must have been fresh out of that shit because I caught it, and I'm telling you, like, I don't know what strain, because I don't know much about, I don't know what strains and shit of it there is by now. But for me, I've heard of a lot of people having a cough and losing their taste and their smell and all. I never lost my taste. I never lost my smell. I wasn't sick. I didn't throw up. I didn't have the shits. All it felt like to me is I had the fucking worst panic attack for a week straight. That's all it did to me. That's all it did to me. But once I started feeling better, I was like, yeah, you come near me, I'm spraying you right in the fucking face with Lysol. Don't cough near me. Don't sneeze near me. Bitch, we will fight over the coronavirus.
And I know you were doing some research earlier today on our guest, Kimmy. This is a video. This is one of the top 5 Andrew Conn videos right here. It's where he says, I got some Ajax. He got the accent. I can't do it, but you're talking about the accent.
Yeah. That's got a little bit of Ajax in it. And then the funniest part is in that video, that's my son.
He just wants to be on the internet.
Yeah, see, he is my son. He's autistic, and he's stage 3, which means he's nonverbal, and he's dude. You're talking about a little Hellcat. This little man right here. I'm surprised his dick ain't out already. This man, he is a wild cat.
Well, keep it in there because we go and get shut down on Facebook Live here. Like that's not what we want to be known for.
Yeah, dude, autistic kids, man, they live in a world by themselves.
Yeah, my nephews are nonverbal autistic. Also, it's
yes, man,
familiar.
I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade him for $1 million. I don't want him any other way.
So it's pretty cool that you necessarily don't even have to leave. I mean, it's nice to tour, but you don't even necessarily have to leave your house to get paid because so many people see your videos.
No. I mean, I God honest truth, man, I make more money staying at home than I do touring. That's the God honest truth. But my favorite part about being, doing comedy is doing the shows, is meeting the fans, is meeting the people that's been watching the videos for years. And that's my favorite part about doing stand-up. It is. I mean, I love being on stage. I feel home on stage now. But honestly, my favorite part is meeting the fans, is meeting the people that's been supporting, and they watch all your videos. I mean, that's the good part and the fun part to me.
What's your most famous video? What's the one that people come up and talk to you about?
Oh, dude, Little Food Stamp and the EBT crew.
I think we got one of their videos too.
Everybody that sees me out in public, they ask me, where the hell's Little Food Stamp at? And I'm like, man. And Whoa Vicky. Whoa Vicky one that I put out this summer. I think it's at about 30 million views now. I get a lot of people asking where Whoa Vicky's at.
So you're saying you're getting all these fan attention out in public. So I'm wondering, what's one of the most weird or awkward or memorable fan bump-ins that's happened to you? You see?
Oh, I had a grown-ass man offer to buy every single one of my dirty, used shoes. And I was like, well, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to buy somebody's dirty, used shoes? And I swear to you, this man still emails me to this day. He wants to buy my dirty shoes.
Wait, you said buys there for 1 second. Have you sold this man your shoes?
Fuck no. This man wants to stick my dirty shoes up his asshole.
Yes.
That's a fetish I'm not familiar with.
Maybe just one pair? I mean, like an old pair of slippers. You paid like, $40-$50 for them. He'd give you $200. You're not doing it, huh?
You're 6'3", right? Those are like size 13, 14. Like, what do you wear?
My shoes would rip his asshole apart. This man, no, I would feel, I don't know. I think I'd feel some type of way knowing what he was doing with my shoes. Like, if you're going to wear them, that's fine. But if you're going to stick them up your ass, Daddy can't be selling those shoes for no ass action. No, can't be doing that.
So you're not bringing any shoes to Plainfield this weekend is what you're saying. The Eagles Club, 7:30 p.m.
No, fuck that. I might not even wear shoes. No.
You're going to go full-blown Ginger Billy on the stage, maybe.
Dude, I love Ginger to death. But them damn Daisy Dukes, I don't know how that boy wears them.
We got
I swear to God, it is.
Cindy McNash Snyder, must be my cousin in Manchester, Tennessee, thinks this is cool. So she's probably, I've not recognized that name, so she's probably an Andrew Conn fan. We got several folks watching. Hopefully you'll share this on your page tomorrow. What's the weirdest thing about your internet fans? What's the strangest thing, I guess, about you putting something up and then immediately getting that response?
Well, the one thing that I learned this whenever, like, I started growing as a comedian, but it still gets on my nerves sometimes about this. Like when I put a video out, and see, I want to do a video that is towards different senses of humor. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if you don't do a video to someone like that's been following you, if you don't do a video that just goes to their sense of humor and it goes to someone else's, they get mad at you for doing a different type of video and not doing the same type of videos over and over and over.
It's crazy. Because then, people, he's a hack, he does the same shit all the time. But then if you try to do something else, they're like, where's my original? Why aren't you doing your tagline? Why aren't you making the faces?
Yes. I mean, it happens at least. There's always that one person or two people that are like, this video ain't funny. I want the old Andrew Conn videos, and you don't get, you don't get to 1 million followers doing the same type of videos every single time.
One thing I noticed too, you got this authenticity, but you have done country bar crowds, you've done hillbilly crowds where it's all white people. You've done shows where you're the only white guy in the room though too. How are those shows different? And where do how do you relate to the fans that are different than you?
Oh man. Whenever my hillbilly ass does like an all black crowd, I'm telling you, it is one of the most funnest experiences. Like, if you are a redneck comedian, I swear you need to do an all black like an all black room. You'd be the snow bunny of the bunch. Because I'm telling you, it will change your life. Like, these people, whenever I did my shows in front of like the all black crowds, it was some of my favorite shows that I ever done, because those fans, they're over the top with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have somebody heckling you in the crowd at like a redneck show, I'm not the type of person, like, if you heckle me, I'm not just going to come after you. I'm going to come after you and your wife, just so your ass gets bitched at all the way till next week for fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And your style works very well for that kind of room. How animated you are with your face and everything. Oh, yeah. Don't fuck with me when I'm up there. Daddy. You bet not. You bet not. I'm going to hurt your little feelings. But in a black crowd, there was this one time, there was this guy, he was, we were bullshitting back and forth while I was on stage, and I started cracking jokes on his wife. Well, his wife started cracking jokes back with me. And the shit she was saying, I mean, she had me rolling up there. But, there's just a difference, man. Like, I love, it don't matter, I love interacting with the crowd, like, at a certain point, like towards the end of the show or whatever, if I've had a good crowd, I like to interact with people that's in the crowd. I like to talk to them. But if you do it during my set while I'm trying to, I got fucking ADHD. You think it's hard for me to remember an hour worth of material as it is, let alone trying to do it and you talking and shit like that. But at the end of the shows, man, that's the time for me to be able to interact with everybody. And but I love doing all rooms, man. That's I don't want to just limitate myself just to the rednecks or just the black crowds. I want to do both, man, because my dream one day, if you're from Kentucky, Rupp Arena. If you know sports, Rupp Arena.
I'll be there Sunday.
One day I want to sell out Rupp Arena, and I want it to be every kind of race in the world in there.
That's awesome goal. Kimmy, if I'm his agent, if I'm like his manager, if I put it out there in the world, you need to be like the neighbor on a sitcom, or like a kids show, or like or urban whatever, and you're the white guy next door that's always saying crazy stuff, or the handyman, or the mailman. Like, some reason you show up, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's you. Have you thought about acting at all?
Yes, I have. It's weird that you brought that up. I think in the next couple of years, I'm going to start gravitating towards acting, and my goal is by next year, I'm about to invest a lot of money into a production team. And I don't know if you've ever seen like the Chappelle Show,
Mm-hmm.
or Keaton Reeves, but I want to create my own Chappelle Show.
Do sketches and such.
Do sketches. I want to do sketches, and I want it to be very, very, very professional. I want to hire actors to do it with me.
So, Andrew, what's like a dream role? For me, I don't know why. I don't know if I'm going to get this one, but Bond girl would be one. But, you're talking about acting, so you got some roles? Any roles you want to play? You want to be James Bond or...
Honestly... If I could be, if honestly, I would want to do if I had a dream role, it would probably either be a movie with Kevin Hart, or I would like to be in a war movie, like a serious
dramatic.
Yes,
you're
like
carrying
like
bodies out.
Yeah, like Lone Survivor type shit. And I honestly, I think my thing is I want to be in a lot of romantic comedies.
Nice.
Okay. I can see that. Because the funny thing is, you look at the photo we used to promote this, you clean up a little bit, you're a good-looking guy, but you can also be a very good-looking guy with your face. You know what I mean? When you get your neck straight out, you got your eyes buggy. Like, you know what I mean? It's you can play both sides, and that's nice to have that versatility.
I don't know if you saw me cross my fingers. When you said rom-com, I was like, we could have a makeout session in our future.
Yeah, like that is seriously, that's my goal. Like, I want to be in romantic comedies. Like, and I know that's very unmannish, but that's my favorite kind of movies.
That's cool. So if you want to see the future movie star and sketch comedian Andrew Conn featuring me this weekend, because Catfish is rapping, MadHatterShows.com is where those tickets are at. We're gonna have a lot of fun there. The Eagles Club there in Plainfield, they're always putting a pretty good crowd there, a drinking crowd, a fun, generous crowd. We ought to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and everybody that wants to come out, man, you really should. It's gonna be, I bet you, by the time that you leave, you're gonna like, damn, that's one of the craziest comedy shows I've ever seen in my life. That fucking boy's crazy. So if y'all come out, man, make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Come out, come see me, come see this cat, man. We're gonna have a damn good time. It's gonna be one of the best comedy shows you've ever been to in your life. I promise you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with us tonight. We'll let you go find up what your son's up to right now. He's probably bouncing around a chandelier right now or something.
He's sprinting back and forth for no reason. Just no reason. My little gazelle in this motherfucker.
It's got to be bedtime coming up soon, so we'll let you tend to that. Is that wishful thinking?
Brother. Y'all have a good one, man. I'll see y'all this weekend.
See you Saturday.
Bye.
All right. Andrew's a lot of fun when he's not scripted, too. So that's...
Bundle energy. Yeah.
Very good. I thought at one point he was going to say he had a question. He didn't do that for us here, but that's often his trademark line when he's doing the reaction stuff. So he's a fun guy. It's a whole different skill set. You've done stand up before. I don't know how many videos like he's done that you do, but it's a different skill set to not get that immediate reaction, to not have a crowd right away, and it's not simple, I don't think, because there's not a lot of Andrew Conns. There's very few people that are consistently putting out videos that get thousands and millions of views.
Because you get that slow rapport with the laughter that you build it, and you know you're funny in the moment, but he's just like in his backyard talking to his phone and still somehow like he's still getting those laughs and people sharing it. So that's amazing.
So his show's kind of a storytelling show, but there's also enough laughs that it's I wouldn't call him a humorist. I'd still call him a stand-up comedian, because you're not going to wait a long time to laugh out loud. It's, you know what I mean? It's going to keep coming and keep coming to you. He said it's been 4 years since he's done a show without catfish. That might have been one of our shows. Obviously, it wasn't the highlight of his career because he didn't bring it up. But we did a show in Terre Haute, Indiana, about 4 or 5 years ago. Also, I don't know if he's probably not put that photo on his Instagram to share with everyone.
You should send it to him.
He's on mine. Yeah, he's on mine, damn it. And it's wicked long fingers. That's the thing. He's pointing to me, and his fingers like, he's just a gangly dude. You know what I mean? Like he's got those physical attributes that work very well. So this weekend, Saturday night, March 26th, Andrew Conn with me, Plainfield. If you're anywhere within a couple hours driving of Indianapolis, you should come out. So
Definitely.
You're
going to laugh.
The night before, we got Donnie Baker. So let's maybe pull up a video clip or a picture clip or some kind of thing for the few people somehow following Mad Hatter shows that don't know Donnie Baker.
That's impossible, I think.
Probably the case. But we've got one show is already sold out in Martinsville, and the second show is working its way there. So right now you can still buy tickets for the 10:30 p.m. show in Martinsville. The Upstairs American Legion. Legion shows are fun. Those people show up and start pre-gaming hours before the show starts.
Awesome. And the good news is if you do know him, you love him.
Absolutely. Great show. He does not disappoint on stage. That show also features me. Last night I was at the Ritz show in the Irving Theater, and she thought I worked at the theater when the women that keep coming up, and I said, no, actually I do comedy. We do comedy shows here sometimes. She's like, oh, I love comedy. I'm going to see Donnie Baker on Friday. And I was like, you're going to see me for like a half an hour on that show as well. So it's we're kind of a package deal, on some of these Indiana dates. But good. We were trying to talk a little bit about your career before when he called in a little bit early. What were your impressions of you were on stage for an Irving Theater Donnie Baker show?
I loved it. It's such a great room. It's a great theater, good crowd. Everybody loved it, and they love him. There was a line to see him just to get a chance to talk to him, get a little picture, all that good stuff. And everybody was so welcoming to me too backstage. There was no high school style hazing that sometimes can happen.
We don't do that shit at Mad Hatter.
So that was really great to feel welcome.
The no hazing zone. That's good. In the Me Too era and the no bullying era, it's nice to have that endorsement on the air. Yeah. So that's a good thing. But yeah, we have found a lot of venues that are, weren't typically used for comedy before. That's where nobody's doing comedy at the Eagles in Plainfield before us, and now it's people are like, when's the next show? And there's people that go to all of them. There's regulars that come out and that kind of thing. The Irving's become a place where we do 8 or 10 shows a year, and it's a lot of fun. Martinsville, I'm going to be announcing from the stage that we've got a third show. We've already done Haywood Banks there. We're going to have Kostaki coming, and I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm not going to try it yet. But another Bob and Tom guy is going to be coming later then too. So that's kind of one of the things that Mad Hatter Shows likes to do, is we try to have a rotation, and we try to go the same place 3 and 4 times a year, and keep coming to your town when you support us.
Absolutely. And I think now more than ever, people are ready to laugh, and they're ready to get out and just get out of their house, go have a beer, have a good time, and just celebrate.
Absolutely. So we just talked about Donnie Baker. We talked about Andrew Conn. Next weekend in Saginaw, Michigan, we're going to have Christopher Titus back with the brand. So let's pull pull him up there. He does not hold a mic. He wears a headset from the stage, a very expensive headset. Are you familiar with Mr. Titus?
Yes, of course.
He travels with Rachel, his girlfriend, Rachel Bradley. I believe. Hopefully, I'm always worried I'm going to goof up a last name, because when Brian White was on here, I goofed up his show Rebecca Lynn, or his song Rebecca Lynn. I called her Rebecca Jean. He's like, "Yeah, you're not a fan." Like, he was nice about it, but so I'm always like, I'm going to hesitate about, do I know a different Rachel and I'm using the wrong last name? But they have a very good show. We've done I think 3 or 4 with them so far. We'll be at the Court Street Theater in Saginaw, Michigan. It's Thursday, March the 31st. And Christopher Titus will be headlining. There's still tickets available at madhattershows.com. And then 2 days later in that same theater, Donnie Baker and myself. So
all good times.
Definitely good times. We've got somebody calling in here in a few minutes, but we still got time to plug a couple more shows. The guy we had as our podcast guest last time, one of the Mount Rushmore of people sitting in their truck and telling jokes to get laughs and tons of views. Zack Rushing will be in Lebanon, Tennessee, not to be confused with Lebanon, Indiana, where we also do shows. Lebanon, Tennessee, on April the 1st, we'll have Zack Rushing.
It's my birthday.
Is it? You're an April 1st baby?
I am. I'm an April Fool, so I was destined to do comedy. It's not my fault.
You should go to Tennessee, just south of
I will
Nashville.
be in Nashville. I will be in Nashville,
Will you
actually.
really?
Yes, I'll be dressed as an elderly person, apparently. It's also my cousin's bachelorette party that weekend.
Really?
So I'll be in Nashville, yeah.
You could almost just take off for a couple hours and go down to Cahoots and check out Zack Rushing and come back.
Dressed as an elderly person,
Well,
yes.
you know
yes.
what's the elderly? Is it like a theme?
I have no idea. It's kind of upsetting to me that it's on my birthday, that it's celebrating being old in a weird, funky way, but also I'm embracing it, so
all right.
I will be dressed as an elderly person there.
No judgments. I'll be in Michigan. You do your own shit down there. That's fine. But we got Zack Rushing here. For those of you that don't know, and we've talked about, when somebody presses the share button, they don't necessarily know the name, but they know the face or the voice. He's another one of these viral comedians. Zack Rushing is now selling out theaters and lodges and clubs, and he's going to be doing that show with us. Jesse Payton will be his opener, which is another guy we work with. So kind of becoming a family here. The longer you spend with Mad Hatter shows, when I name drop a name, you'll be like, oh yeah, them. I know them.
I love him. Remember when we had pie together after a show?
There we go. So another face that is not super brand new to Mad Hatter shows. She's been with us a few times backstage and popping in on stuff, and certainly been on Neil Snyder Prevents. Neil Snyder Prevents. That's like the name of my new prophylactic. No, Neil Snyder Presents. All right. It's already going to hell. Let's bring it on. Let's make it worse. Let's bring Amber Klear on.
I love it. Neil Snyder Prevents.
Neil Snyder Prevents. That's the first time I've ever said that way, but I have to do something with it now, right? Like that's.
Yeah, it needs to be an STD slogan. Yeah.
There you go, which is ironic using me. That's
STDs.
I'm sorry. I'm going to be so mean, but it's going to have your face on the packaging, and that's how it's going to be effective. I'm sorry.
My face or her face?
Your
you're
face.
looking at the
Neil's
screen.
face.
I was just
Never,
like,
Amber.
do not insult our guest immediately.
Never. No, him.
No, it's fine. I'm STD free. I make every guy get tested. Like if you don't show me your papers, you don't unlock the.
Smart.
Yeah.
So Neil Snyder Presents is before with Mad Hatter blew up, right? Was a regional type. Like I had West Central Indiana, and it was like if you do a show there, like that's Neil Snyder's territory. There's a territory in Illinois towards St. Louis, but not all the way to St. Louis. That is Amber Klear country, basically. Tell us a little bit about that's how.
South of 70, all the way. From 70 is the one that goes across. I'm so directionally challenged. Like south of 70. Yeah. All of Southern Illinois, south of 70. Yeah.
And that's her. So I've put you in a Chinese restaurant before. And we got a pizza restaurant coming up here May the 14th. So we're doing like the.
I'm good for it. Like I'll be eating pizza with patrons before and after the show. Like
it's a very good plan. It's a bar and a restaurant. We've done so. Oh, they're already showing. Here's something that happened at a Mad Hatter shows. This was consensual. Please tell people this was consensual.
Super consensual. It was actually that is the PSA as a reminder, ladies, get your breast exams.
Oh, very good.
That's
very
right.
good.
We've got Pat
my
Roach
PSA
from Trailer Park
from-
Boys, and Amber was in the Zora Shrine green room. Of course she was. And
Are you going to use my thirst trap pictures? Because I struggled tonight. Like, this was a struggle, but I sent you some amazing thirst trap pictures. And if you don't use them, I will be hurt.
I had already forwarded the prep material to our producers, so tell people where they can find the thirst trap photos.
Oh, on my Facebook, or they can just follow me around. Like, you can follow me in real life, or you can follow me on the internet. I have a page. It's called The Happiness Enthusiast. And I'm also on the TikTok, but otherwise just Amber Klear with a K. And you can click follow or amberclear.com. But I'm way active on the Facebook and the Instagram. I'm really getting into TikTok because I can be slightly more inappropriate than Facebook, not as inappropriate as Instagram, though. So, yeah.
Different levels that you've apparently tested.
Nice.
So they got your website up here, too.
I
and it's
combed
showing
my
all
hair
your
for
stuff.
those pictures. Yeah.
Fantastic. I don't think I formally introduced you to Kimmy. We just went to
Hi,
shit
Kimmy.
immediately.
Hi.
We were talking about the shows she's popped on for me before. Now you've done some shows for me. You're driving a couple hours away to hit one of my regular rooms now, which is in Winamac, Indiana. Have you done any research on Winamac?
I've not.
Johnny Cash sang about it.
Really, I put the wrong name. I'm so geographically challenged. Like, thank God I have a Jeep that if I go the wrong way on the interstate, I can just through the median and back the other way. But yeah, no, I'm gonna look it up on all trails because that's my jam. I like hiking in the woods alone.
I was going to say you go for walks or something. I use all trails. I'm an all trails girl.
I love it. Yeah, if you follow me on Facebook, you can see all the places I go hiking.
Wow.
Waterfalls.
I'm nervous to do that because I always feel like some stalker is going to be waiting for me then the next time I go to hit up that.
I never go to the same place twice. Like, it's fine. Yeah.
Like if I do post it, it's way after I've left the zone.
Oh, I like it. You guys have my full Instagram.
He's stalking you right now. He's looking for the thirst trap photos. He's going to be.
I don't know, but hang on. I'll put it up real quick. I sent it to you. It was a picture of my butt.
You know that I was at my day job for 11 hours. So there's our O face. You got that one going on. That's.
Hang on. I'm literally going to put up the picture that I sent you right now so that you guys talk amongst yourselves.
See, some of this might seem like stalling, but this is Amber Klear's appeal. This is her, like she has when she does her rooms. She has regulars. She has people that know her personality. She's like, she's got the trademark half selfie photo she does, where like it's like her nose up with the crowd behind. There's a rapport that's there, and so that's something I'm bringing to Winamac, to a place that gets 4 shows a year. It was time to bring Amber Klear to Winamac, and those tickets are going to be available by calling. You can't get them on MadHatterShows.com. You need to call and reserve your tickets, make a payment over the phone, or pay it when you're there. Sheila, the owner, will get you on there.
Should they call me? Do we want to give out my cell phone number?
You can give out your number, but if you cash app Amber, she just like screwed you over. Like that's not part of how we're doing things.
I don't know about that. I'm sure she'll love the money.
She will, but you won't have a seat. That's the thing.
Will you or won't you? Because my lap is plentiful.
There you go.
Okay, now go to my Instagram and look at the
that was
thirst.
so quick in real time.
Yeah. Also, I had to check my Plenty of Fish real quick. Yeah.
You're looking for a bow? Is that what's going on?
Not anymore. I want no bows. I just like messing with. I love to see. Look at that. Like my hair was combed.
Yum! Look at that. Is that a dress? Is that a dress?
That's a robe. And I had to blur out my nipple. Like I look beautiful. I didn't even put a caption up. I put it up so quick.
I thought that was Charlotte Flair when you said. That's why it didn't end up on the website. I thought that was Ric Flair's daughter. That's you. Holy cow, Amber.
Yeah, that's a nice.
Yeah, I like that you zoomed in on the blurred nipple. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and
I didn't have a bra on
Renee
or
has just
underwear.
commented, and she says looking good. So,
Are you using it for your Christmas card this year?
Probably. I should.
Yeah, it's a Seinfeld reference.
Wait, go to the next picture too, because that's my best thirst trap.
Let's
That
see.
is. I don't know if you guys.
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
yes.
that one. That
yes.
one. That is from. I did a show last weekend, and this man walked through in overalls at that exact moment. So then I took off my dress. He put it on, and I eventually put on his overalls in front of the whole audience because that's how I live my best life.
well, let's just remember at Winamac, it's a place that serves food, so we're going to need to observe the health codes. That's when you're disrobing.
Yeah, my swimsuit parts were covered. My swimsuit parts were covered. I'm going to the gym after this, and I have to look what my shirt says.
Yes. So
Nice.
I used to keep my entire kitchen was full of chickens.
Yeah.
Like cookie jars, salt and pepper shakers, the little matchy hand towels you get from Target.
See, I wish you were going to the gym in just the fluffer shirt that she wears to the gym. So you've got one. I give you that. Okay.
So this shirt and the fluffer shirt get like the most attention. I have real chickens in my backyard. A lot of my material is based on what happens with me and my chickens and how my neighbors end up seeing me naked fighting my chickens. Like they're a great story. How I got the chickens, like my chickens are like part of my personality now. Like it used to be, I used to only have a personality for motorcycles and Jeeps, and now it's just chickens. Like that's it.
I love that so much. I bought some Peeps once when I was living in Wrigleyville in Chicago and kept them in my apartment until they got massively huge. And then I brought them down here to Indiana to my aunt's farm. But
like it.
I got myself Peeps because I was pissed my parents never would when I was a kid. I'm like, my parents never do this. My parents suck. So as an adult, I really learned quickly why they never got me Peeps, especially living in a city.
Like as an adult, I've never gotten the baby chickens. I always end up with adult chickens, which is better. Although it did lead me to almost buying drugs off the internet in East St. Louis. But I'll tell that story on stage. I will.
You guys are hitting it off. So like, I feel like you should come to the show. Rushville is a long way from Winamac. But if you can plan for it and you can save up the gas, you got till May 14th.
Where is Winamac? Where there is the
north.
dairy farm that you can pull off and like see cows getting milked?
No, that's
I feel like
Fair
that's all of
Oaks.
Indiana.
Fair
I
Oaks.
mean, you can
That's
probably
Fair Oaks.
see
That
it
is Fair
randomly,
Oaks,
but
but that's
yeah.
not near Winamac. No, it's close.
No, it's maybe it's
I feel like it's on the
you can
way.
get
You
on
live on my way
65,
there,
but
like, I will pick you up on my motorcycle, and I will.
that's what I was talking about. You know,
Badass bitch.
let's get you on the show. We'll get you to a guest set in Winamac, May the 14th. And the other performer is well known to Mad Hatter shows as well. Basically, the co-attraction Jake Ruble will be on that show as well. He's hosted a show there before, and they wanted him back. He's out. He's been doing shows with Jay Muse, and he's headlining clubs and whatnot. So a fantastic lineup. We're going to have Amber. We're going to have Jake. We're going to have maybe Kimmy on this lineup. Like we're talking about it right now. May the 14th. And you cannot go to madhattershows.com. Don't go on and send me an angry message online. This is a Neil Snyder Presents show, and you need to call the phone number that is on the screen right now. Or you can call Tippy's. You can Google Tippy's Pizza and Beer in Winamac. And this show is...
And this is the pizza place.
Absolutely. The food is good. Word is out in that town that this is a fun thing to come out to. We do it like 4 times a year. Sheila's going to love having you guys out at the show. So
I've had a pizza slut magnet on my refrigerator in my kitchen for 15 years. I'm a girl who loves her some pizza.
Yeah, same. Casey's Pizza is great. I'm sure Tippy's is going to be amazing. I'm going to get there early if anyone wants to go on a date with me before the show at Tippy's, where the show is. We could do that.
have you adjusted your Plenty of Fish to include Winamac, Indiana?
No, I'm probably about to be banned from playing.
And the hotel's in Rochester, because apparently the one hotel in Winamac is like not a place people stay when they're vacationing. It's more like a place to go do meth and cheat on their wives. So
yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
So the hotel's in Rochester, but you'll get to Tippy's early. We'll have you on stage. We'll have Jake on stage. We'll have a lot of fun. How do you want to leave this weird interview where people have been watching. The floor is all yours.
Like, I usually do like an Irish goodbye, like when I film a TV show through STL TV, and like when I'm done, my producer is always like, I was saying goodbye to the people we were interviewing. You weren't supposed to leave too. So like I'm gonna keep my hand so you know that like I didn't just shut it off. Like I'm trying to get better. I don't know.
Well, you know what? That reminds me. I had another clip prepared. So if you don't know Amber and you're like, I can't wait till May the 14th to know more about Amber Klear, and I can't just go to the Instagram, I want to actually know about her life. You can go to YouTube, and there's a movie about you on the YouTube right now, right?
Yeah. There's a movie. Yeah.
Our producer is looking for that clip. I think he's still looking at the thirst trap photos.
Yeah, he should. Those are great.
I know. Who could stop? Yeah. Who could stop?
My thirst traps are epic. Like, yeah. Oh, that's me. Yeah.
Not that one. It's the other one.
No, I like that one better.
This is a good one, too.
I prefer my men to be beneath me.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have nothing to add to that. That's...
Yeah.
We've already talked about consent. We've already talked about how decent all of the performers were to Kimmy. So definitely
were
don't want to be inappropriate.
Kimmy, were they decent to you?
Yes, they actually treated me like a human being. Were kind to me. Let me be part of the gang.
Oh, I'm kind of sad. I don't want them to be kind.
Come to Mad Hatter shows. You can be part of a gang.
They didn't give me noogies or pull wedgies. Is that what they're supposed to do to me?
I want to verbally altercate with them, and I want to verbally spar with people. That's what I want to do.
So, what's the name of this film that they can look up and learn about you? Do you remember the title? You don't even remember the title.
No, I don't.
Then how would they find it?
I would go to the Happiness Enthusiast on Facebook, or if you message me, I will send it to you once I find it myself. Because
would you say that happiness is circular?
Is that the title?
I think I just saw that was the title. We have so many. There it is.
Yeah.
It's apparently a big part of your life.
It wasn't a riddle, I promise.
Is this really you? Is this? I swear I prepped this show, and this is what happened. So
yeah, I do a lot of like video stuff. That makes me sound like an awkward person. So I forgot about that a little bit. I remember it was in a theater, and I actually have a show at that theater coming up soon.
Go ahead and plug it if you want. It's not a Mad Hatter event, but
I don't remember what it is.
Oh, that's helpful. That's I just let you break the kind of the unwritten rule of the show is to we only plug Mad Hatter shows, and then you can't even remember your gig.
I only remember where I'm going to be this weekend, and like I'm at 3 different wineries this weekend. I think the show at that giant theater, which I can't remember the name. So just go to my Facebook. Honestly, I don't know where I am. I don't even know where I am right now. Like it's fine.
All right. It seems like you're in great shape to go to the gym. So we'll
I
let
just
you.
had surgery. I'm on drugs. Okay, like I'm on drugs.
All right. Well, May 14th, we'll have Jake Ruble. We'll have the chicken lady who's on drugs, and we might have Kimmy. Those tickets are available by calling Tippy's, so we would love to have you there. There's a show in Hobart, Indiana, which is nearby. That's a Mad Hatter Shows event as well, and so I don't know if I'll be there or at Tippy's, but I think I can probably do both because they're close enough together. So that would be another fun thing, is if you're just like, look, I'm a comedy junkie, I want to try to do both shows. I think that we can probably time that right to get to both. So
Let's do it. Yeah.
That would, or we will bring Dustin over to Tippy's for pizza afterwards or something. That could be something we do also.
Yeah. Who is it? Where? What? One more time.
Dustin Sims in Hobart. I'm trying to tie stuff together. Hobart, Indiana. He'll have Jesse Payton with him, and those tickets are at madhattershows.com. So we're going to accommodate you, whoever you want is your headliner that weekend.
Yeah. Go to both shows. See my show, see his show. Let's do this.
And how can they, if they live out by you, or if they want to see you after they see you in Winamac, what's the website? Great.
AmberClear.com. And honestly, if you look on my Facebook.
How do you not remember if it's AmberClear.com? That's
Because I also have one that is the happiness enthusiast, and I did a interview with. I like that that's up. I also have a happiness enthusiast one that we just had a meeting about today, and then we were changing some things, and like my life has been a little hectic. Okay, like a little hectic.
That's all right. We like hecticity. Is that a word?
We
like hecticness.
Have up there. Yeah. What? Yeah, I like it. That's me. That is. That's my website. That's also where you can find me on Facebook.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Amber. We've had 2 fun people call in today so far. Excellent. We've had this. If you are part of a Mad Hatter Shows event, you're part of a weird extended family, and we appreciate you. So, thanks for calling in. We'll see you here next month. All
right, May 14th.
It's like
May
6 weeks from now. So
in Indiana, Tippy's Pizza, and then come eat pizza
Winamac.
And laugh with me. So yes, love you guys. Bye.
Bye. All right. That was structured. She's fun, though, right? She's fun. This is you're meeting comedy people in Indiana. So
it's fabulous. They're everywhere, believe it or not.
They are. They're
everywhere.
They're everywhere. So we were talking about Zack Rushing beforehand. I just brought up Dustin Sims, but let's go ahead and pull up Dustin's video here. For those of you that don't recognize the name, he's another one of those viral folks. You've probably seen his video. You might not even have seen his real face. You might have seen him squashed up like with the filter that they use on Snapchat, where they have the high voice and their face is all scrunched, and he does some of those too. But this is Dustin Sims. May the 14th. Some people already have tickets to this because it was snowed out a few weeks ago. The redo dates in Hobart, Indiana. Or if you're closer to Winamac that night and Amber just stole your heart, get tickets to that one. We don't care. We want you to be just at the show that you belong at. So, but this tickets for Dustin are going to be on madhattershows.com, and that's on May the 14th. Another show we've got to plug is coming up with some just announced dates. The Hodge Twins are going to be with us next on April the 8th. In Arkansas at Fort Smith, Arkansas. We just have some new dates, and I wrote them down. Here's the cities starting March the 28th that you're going to be able to buy tickets. You'll be able to go buy tickets to the Milwaukee show, which has been moved. So the April 1st show, you'll notice we haven't talked about that one because it's been moved all the way to July 30th. So that will be when the Hodge Twins are in Milwaukee. But we also have shows with them coming up. Fort Smith, Arkansas is 4/8. Let's see, where do they all come together? Paragould, Arkansas on June the 3rd. Charlotte, North Carolina area at Fort Smith, South Carolina. That'll be June the 10th. June 11th in Liberty, South Carolina. We're going to be in Saginaw, Michigan the 23rd of June. Elkhart, Indiana the 24th, and Grand Rapids the 25th. So, and then in Mobile, Alabama on July 8th. So we're kind of doing a national tour with the Hodge Twins at this point.
That's awesome.
Familiar with these guys?
Oh, 100%.
So we should get you to one of their shows as well.
Yeah, I dated a guy who was super into them, so it'd always be like, babe, look at this, watch these guys. So definitely seen a lot of them.
Okay, sounds like he liked him, and you don't necessarily. We gotta get you to a show. So
they're great. They're great. They're super funny. They're super funny. Super funny guys.
You can like who you like, but yeah, they have a great live show. And honestly, if you've just seen them online, you have not seen the, like Andrew said, when it's on stage, all bets are off. You have not seen the R-rated Hodge Twins online. You will see them on stage. So that's definitely something to check out if you're in that area. So
when they start pulling the for real stories out of the bag, is on stage.
There you go. Absolutely. Haywood Banks, we've got some shows that we're going to be announcing with him too coming up soon. Right now you can buy the tickets to Danville, Illinois, which has been moved to May 21st. Very soon you'll be able, I believe on March 28th, you'll be able to buy tickets the night before to Frankfurt, Indiana. It'll be the first Mad Hatter Shows event in Frankfurt. We're going to start doing shows at their Eagles Club. I believe those shows will feature me as well. And then we're going to be also bringing Haywood to Lexington, Kentucky. Probably Bowling Green, Kentucky. That show is still pending. And then we've also got him. John sends me an email today with like 12 new added shows. So like I've got to consult my notes here because I was at my job and I was like, holy shit, we just added even more jobs. More shows, but they're jobs for me because I got to set up the sound and lights usually. But those shows, anyway, we'll have more Haywood Banks stuff on March the 28th. You'll be able to see different places we're putting him. He's another one of our favorites. Are you familiar with Haywood?
No,
All
no.
right. He's
but
kind
I'd
of
love
like a
to know
Weird
more
Al.
about him.
Yeah,
I'm seeing him strum away.
Well, this song is a sing-along song that he gets the crowd involved with singing along. His most famous song, he bangs on a toaster, and he sings about, he loves toast. So that was like his main one. But they're mainly original songs. They're not necessarily parodies. But he's if you like Weird Al or you like Cletus T. Judd, you like those types of artists. You grew up on Bob and Tom, you've probably heard Haywood Banks. So. Speaking of Cletus T. Judd, we got 2 shows with him at the end of July. It'll be Cletus T. Judd and it'll be Reno Collier. And they're going to be in Marietta, Ohio on the 29th. And then our first show at Cotton Eye Joe in Knoxville will be the next night. And we're going to start doing shows in Knoxville, Tennessee also. So no better person to break in with than Cletus T. Judd. You're too young to maybe remember Cletus T. Judd was like super hot in the 90s. He was like the country Weird Al Yankovic, and he's on a comeback trail, and he's doing his silly stuff. We had him on the podcast a little bit ago too. So, the song She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy.
Of course.
His song was My Cellmate Thinks I'm Sexy. That was the first one I heard of him. So
Yikes.
I don't think it was his biggest hit, but that's if that tells you the type of humor that he has. So Cletus T. Judd will be coming as well. And then a name that we have not yet said on the Mad Hatter podcast. In fact, very few people know we've even booked this guy. Partly because it's that new, and partly because I have trouble with his last name. Kostaki Economopoulos is going to be doing 6 shows with us here with Mad Hatter shows. He's known for being on the Bob and Tom show sometimes. I think we've got a clip of Kostaki here a little bit, but those shows, he's going to be kind of doing the Indiana tour since we haven't used him before. We're going to have him in Lebanon, Indiana. We're going to have him in Plainfield. We're going to have him in Greensburg. He's going to be in Danville, Illinois. I think I sent a clip, but if not, we'll use it next time. But Kostaki, the largest name, the biggest name in comedy is the tagline he goes by. We're going to be having stuff with him. So a lot of stuff going on, and you can't see it, but during the show, there should have been a ticker that has these shows popping up. And so people this whole time have been able to see, we know where Kostaki's at because it's come on my screen before. I've seen all that kind of stuff. So there it's coming along down right there. Terre Haute's another one of those cities at the Zora Shrine. So anyway, we will be announcing like 18 more shows on Monday in addition to everything that's already there. So go out to the website, madhattershows.com.
Sounds like there's something everywhere and anywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. And we're
really
going to get you involved with some of this stuff.
If you're in the Midwest, there's a show for you.
Absolutely. And even if you're not like in the Midwest, because sometimes we go, I don't know, do we consider Arkansas?
No, I was just going to say, I don't think Arkansas is Midwest.
Yeah, there's Kostaki. We find the Kostaki clip. So face to a name right there, face to a long name. Welcome on board with Mad Hatter shows. We're gonna be putting you in some places too. Also, we're not even done scheduling. Like John was just like, I haven't finalized all the dates, but there's more Donnie Baker dates coming. There's more Ginger Billy dates coming. We've got Gilbert Gottfried's dates moving. I believe it's going to be in August. Those shows were originally scheduled for April, but he's having to move the dates, but they're still on. We're going to be like, basically, if there's an open weekend, then you should go buy a lottery ticket because that's rare and something strange is going on. We've usually got at least one show going on a weekend with Mad Hatter shows. So if you're tuning in tonight and you're not used to our product, do check us out online. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go to our website and keep an eye out for future podcasts because we get some pretty fun guests.
Yeah, I recommend bringing a Sharpie to Gilbert Gottfried's show because he's actually the only artist I've ever let sign my memory. So far.
Mm-hmm.
So far. I mean, I'd let him do it again.
All right. Well, with that, let's wrap up the show. How was co-hosting your first podcast?
Fabulous.
Was that all right?
Fabulous. Yeah. It's
All
always fun to have a good time, laugh, giggle, talk to
We'll
other
have
funny
have you
people.
back here again too. So we do this every so often. Check us out online to see when they're coming up again. MadHatterShows.com. Thanks for stopping in tonight.